Okay, so apparently there is a new way to get out of Ground Zero, and it's kind of an exploit, but it is the flare extract without actually having a flare. I wanted to test out some different armors to see if you can only get out of this, you know, little exploit with like class 5 or whatever. So I'm going to try it with a class 4 trooper, and then if I survive that, I'm going to come back completely naked, try that. If I don't, then I'll start working my way up the armor tiers, and we're just going to do a little bit of science here and see if you have to have a certain tier of armor to do this. So we're full health, everything's good, and we're going to go ahead and try this out. Okay, I'm jumping in after editing this video. I feel like I need to clarify this and drive this point home. This is an exploit. I'm simply doing this just for testing purposes because it was something I was curious about and I thought it would make a good video. But please understand this is an exploit. If you are going to use this, use it at your own risk. I personally will not be using it, and I'm sure if you guys watch the whole video and see the testing that was done, you will understand why that you shouldn't use it as well. But I just feel like I need to say this because there's going to be people in my comments, oh, you stinky exploiter, blah, 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 whatever. There's tons of exploits. There's the transit bug. You know, it is what it is. This is just another one that I wanted to put a spotlight on. Take the video for what it is and use it at your own risk. That's all I'm gonna say about it. There we go. Just gonna run around. We got shot in the chest. Okay, we died on that one. All right, so we died with class 4. So I'm gonna go back and try again with class 4 and see if it's sort of like, you know, you might die sometimes. Maybe there's like a 50% chance, a 60% chance, something like that. So I'm gonna keep trying it with class 4 and see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna be trying this again with the same armor, class 4 trooper. And if you didn't gather it from the first clip, basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna jump onto this one and you're gonna jump off to the left of this little pole right here. If you try to jump straight forward, you'll hit an invisible wall. I will go ahead and show you guys that right now. Hit an invisible wall, you fall down. So you have to jump off to the left of the little fence post right there. Let's try it again. Okay, we're gonna run around, see if that helps. So we got hit on the first shot. All right, same thing. We got shot twice. I know for a fact sometimes the first shot on the sniper scab doesn't hit. So I'm kind of wondering, like, if you get shot on the first shot with class 4, it seems like you're definitely done for. But I don't know if the second shot itself also has like a percentage chance that the sniper scab will hit you. We're gonna keep trying. All right, attempt number 3 with the class 4 trooper. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Run around. So he missed the first shot. Hit the second shot. Okay. So basically, if you're wearing a class 4 armor or below, as of right now, you have a percentage chance of making it out of that extract. So essentially, if you get shot on the first shot by the sniper scab, you're dead with class 4 and below, because he's probably going to hit you again on the second shot. But what we can do now is try it with a class 5 armor and see if that makes any sort of difference in terms of being able to tank 2 shots if you get shot on the first one. All right, we got a class 5 Aquila armor. The plates are slightly worn, so that will have an effect, but we're gonna try this out. All right, we got hit on the first one. All right, and we got hit on the second one. So it seems like no matter what, at least up to class 5, if you get hit on the first shot, you're basically done. Because it seems like he never misses the third or the second shot, and the third shot definitely is not missing. But if you survive one of the 2 first shots, it doesn't matter about the third one because you're going to extract before you can get the third shot off. We're just basing it on the first and second shot. Do I have class 6 plates? I do. Okay, let's try it with some class 6, shall we? So we got a full class 6 setup as well as level 3 soft armor. So this is probably about the best we're gonna get in terms of armor. All right, we got a Thor full class 6, front, back, and both sides. Everything is completely pristine, 100% condition. So let's go ahead and try it with this. We may have to do this a couple times just to see. All right, we're out. All right, so we did get hit in the chest on the first one. Okay, so no matter what armor you have, nothing all the way up to class 6. Well, I won't say no armor, but up to class 6, if you get shot the first time by the sniper scav, you're gonna die, and that's it. So your armor doesn't matter. You could wear class 4, 5, 6, whatever. Doesn't matter. When you jump, if you get hit on the first shot, you're gonna die. So now one more test I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in with no armor. I'm pretty sure the first shot is gonna kill us, but just because I'm curious, I want to see. All right, last try. We're gonna do this with no body armor, and hopefully the sniper scav hits us first time, just so we can see the damage. All right, and he missed. He'll hit the second one. Okay, he hit the second one, and we took damage. We had no armor. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what armor you're wearing, period. It just, it's like, it seems like a 50-50 shot on whether or not you're going to survive it. So, essentially, it seems like there's a percentage chance that the first shot will hit, or the second shot, or both. And basically what it comes down to is if you get hit on the first shot, you're not extracting. Essentially, you need to survive the first shot to extract, because if he hits the second shot, you'll probably live. Okay, so I believe that is good enough testing. I'm kind of happy with those results. Again, please keep in mind, I'm probably going to put this at the beginning of the video, actually. Keep in mind that this is an exploit. This is not an intended feature of the game. My hope is that, you know, this video might get some traction and this problem will be solved. But I think this is one of those exploits that I really don't think a whole lot of people are going to be using this, period, because you're essentially taking a 50% chance on whether or not you're going to extract alive. So if you've had a good raid and, you know, you have different options to extract, there's no reason to take this at all. But I could see some scenarios where, like, let's say you're around that area and you're running out of time, and you know you got to go all the way to Nakatani basement for your extract, and you just don't have enough time to get there. I could potentially see this being something that you're like, hey, I'm willing to take the shot, go for it. If I die, whatever, I was gonna go MIA anyways. But yeah, I mean, this is an exploit. Keep that in mind. Me personally, I am not gonna use this. I would recommend that you don't use it, because the risk is really just not worth it, in my opinion. So anyways, yeah, that's that. I just kind of wanted to do this for fun and to test it out and see, see if armor had any sort of effect on it. But yeah, that's all it was, just for fun.